You're walking down a dark street at night. Suddenly, you hear a sound behind you. A crack. A footstep. What happens to your body? Your heart explodes in your chest. Your pupils dilate. Your muscles tense. You can't think straight. Your hands shake. This isn't just fear. This is a 2 million-year-old survival program running in real time inside your body. If you want to understand why, subscribe, because what's about to unfold will change how you see every moment of anxiety in your life. Your ancestors didn't die from overthinking. They died from not thinking fast enough. When a predator appeared, a saber-toothed cat, a dire wolf, a rival tribe, there was no time for logic. There was no time for debate. Your body had to react. Instantly. And it did. That's why you're here. Walter Cannon, a physiologist at Harvard, called it the fight-or-flight response. When your body senses danger, it floods with adrenaline. Your heart rate skyrockets. Blood rushes to your muscles. Your pupils expand to let in more light. Your digestion shuts down. Your immune system temporarily halts. Every resource your body has is redirected toward one goal: survival. This isn't a flaw in your design, it's a masterpiece. Your hands shake because your muscles are preparing to fight or run. Your breathing becomes rapid because your cells need oxygen. Your vision narrows because your brain is filtering out distractions. Your hearing sharpens. Every sense becomes hyper-alert. For 2 million years, this response saved your ancestors' lives. It let them outrun predators. It let them fight off rivals. It let them survive the Ice Age. But here's what changed. The world evolved. Humans evolved. Civilizations rose and fell. Technology transformed everything. But your nervous system? It stayed exactly the same. Robert Sapolsky, a neuroscientist at Stanford, discovered something crucial about this ancient system. It doesn't distinguish between a lion attacking you and an email from your boss marked urgent. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. The stress hormone cortisol floods your system the same way, whether you're facing death or a deadline. Think about this. You're sitting at your desk. The fluorescent lights hum above you. Your computer screen glows. There's no predator, no rival tribe, no survival threat. Yet your body is preparing for war. Your hands are shaking. Your heart is pounding. Your breath is shallow. Your muscles are tense and ready to explode into action. But there's nowhere to run. There's nothing to fight. So your body stays locked in this state, hour after hour, day after day. This is the paradox of modern life. Your nervous system is a Ferrari engine. It was built for short, intense bursts of survival action. Chase or be chased. Fight or flee. But modern life demands that you sit still. Stay calm. Control yourself. Your body is screaming at you to run, but your brain is telling you to type an email. The conflict between what your body wants to do and what your environment demands is slowly destroying your health. The ancient stress response was meant to last seconds or minutes. You see the threat. You react. You survive. Then it's over. Your body returns to normal. Cortisol drops. Heart rate slows. Digestion restarts. You're fine. But modern stress is different. It's constant. Your boss might send that email at any moment. You might check your phone and see something upsetting. You might scroll social media and compare yourself to others. The threats never end. Your body never gets to relax. Cortisol stays elevated. Your immune system stays suppressed. Your digestion stays disrupted. Your nervous system stays locked in fight or flight. Here's what nobody tells you. Your trembling hands, your racing heart, your shallow breath, these aren't signs of weakness. They're proof that your ancestors survived. They're proof that you carry the genetic code of warriors, hunters, survivors. Your body is trying to protect you the only way it knows how. The only problem is that the threats have changed, but your body hasn't. So what do? You can't rewire 2 million years of evolution in a weekend. But you can understand it. You can recognize when your body is reacting to an imagined threat instead of a real one. You can breathe, you can move, you can remind yourself that you're safe. Your ancestors faced lions and ice storms and starvation. You're facing an email. Your body's response isn't overreacting. The threat is just smaller. Fear isn't your enemy. It's not a weakness. It's a voice that's been whispering in your family's ears for 2 million years, saying the same thing over and over. Survive. Stay alert. Don't trust the quiet. Something might be coming. Your ancestors listened to that voice and lived. Now it's your turn to listen, to understand it, and to use it wisely. Because that voice isn't trying to destroy you. It's trying to save your life.